Hello friends, good morning to all. Today we are going to start the fifth chapter, that is agricultural types. As we know that throughout the part of the world there is a agricultural practices, and according to the climate, physiography, water availability and many more, the, the type of agriculture is considered, and due to the variability in these factors there is a variety of types which are practiced throughout the part of the world. So, in this chapter, we have to see intensive subsistence farming and mixed farming. So, let us see what is the intensive subsistence farming means. As we know that India is a agrarian country, and uh, most of the people are engaged in this occupation. So, most of the people having less land holding, and that's why they have to do the intensive subsistence farming. So, what exactly intensive subsistence farming means? The word itself indicating the meaning of the same. As we know that whenever there is a subsistence means livelihood depend on the agriculture, that is called subsistence farming. And whenever this subsistence type of farming is done intensively by the farmers, that type of agriculture is known as intensive subsistence farming. For the intensive practice of the agriculture, there are various causes, particularly the overburden of the population on the small patches or the small land holding. This is one important cause for the intensive subsistence farming. So, whenever we go in detail to know the meaning of the intensive subsistence farming, there is take efforts to produce more yield from small land is called intensive subsistence farming. As I have already stated that whenever farmers doing their farm or operating their farms very intensively, means in a season or in a year they wanted to grow two or three or more than three crops, that type of agriculture is called as intensive subsistence farming. Limited land and populous area of monsoonal Asia practicing this type of agriculture. As we know that Asia is the largest continent, and at the same time it is the populous continent, and that's why there is a overburden of population on the land, and that's why due to the fragmentation and due to the small land holding of the farms, there is a limited land. Per hectare yield is more, but per capita yield is less. If we consider the hectare yield, then there is a increase. But if we see the per capita yield, then that is less. Per capita land holding is only 0.6 hectare. As I already stated that due to the huge burden of the population or the more population, there is a less land holding, and that is only 0.6 hectare. So if we see the region of the same, then we come to know there are various countries which are practicing intensive subsistence farming, that is China, Japan, Korea, Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Malaya, India, Ceylon, Bangladesh and Thailand. So most of the ASEAN countries are practicing this type of agriculture. If we see the characteristics of the same, first characteristic is small holding. As I already explained that uh, due to the heavy or more population, there is a break or the fragmentation of land, and due to the ancestor property, most of the people get their property from their previous generation, and that's why land pieces are formed, and that makes the problem. So small holding is the main characteristics of this type of farming. 60% of people have 0.4 to 1 hectare of land, and that indicates that there is no option to do the practice of another type of agriculture, and that's why they have to work intensively. They have to take more efforts to get more yield, and that's why they have to uh, they have to do it intensively. So this is one most important characteristic. Work based agriculture means labor oriented is there. Labor are required more for many purposes, labor intensive. Even this type of farming is labor intensive. As we know that there is a requirement of skilled, unskilled and semi skilled people or worker in the agriculture, and similarly in the intensive subsistence type, we have to enforce, or we require, or farmers require a huge labor for many purposes: unloading, uploading, sorting, uh, for manuring, for removal of the weed, transportation. So this work, this requires a huge work or huge labors, and that is why this type of agriculture is work-based agriculture. Rice is life. As we know that people have less land, and that's why they have to produce the food grains, or particularly rice, and people depend on rice. Two to three crops are grown in a year. That's why most of the farmers, or most of the people, having having life on the rice. Basins of river Iravati, Menon, and Mekong is called as rice bowl. Iravati, Menon, and Mekong river are so fertile, and due to their uh, floodplains, or floodplain area, they have a capacity or potential uh, to grow more yield, or to get more yield, and that's why these basins are called as rice bowl. So this is all about the characteristics of intensive subsistence farming. Next point is mixed farming. Again, the word itself indicating what exactly the mixed farming means. To produce various crops with animal husbandry is called mixed farming. As we know that only the dependency only on the agriculture is not possible, and livelihood or subsistence of the farmer is not possible through growing only crops. At the same time, he also do the occupation of animal husbandry, means uh, he have animals as like a buffalo, cow, camel, and many more in their farms, and that's why that is also one part of agriculture for the support. And this type of agriculture is called as mixed farming. It is intensive commercial farming practice in tropical region. Tropic of region means from 23 degree and half degree north to 23 and half degree south region, that this type of agriculture is practiced. Various crops, fodders, fruits, flowers are produced in same field. As I already stated, not only one crop but various crops, as like cereals, food grains, fodders, fruits, flowers are produced in the same field. There is a differences in crops according to region. No similar type of crop are grown in the each and every area, but as per the climate, as per the physiography and the availability of the water, there is a differences in crops according to the region. So which are the regions? North America, Eurasia, South America, Africa, Australia, all these regions have uh, mixed farming. If we see the characteristics of the same, combination of food grain, fodders, and animals. As I already stated, there is a there is a variety of crops which grown by the farmer: maize, barley, oats, alfalfa, clover, lucerne. Mixed farming in USA is called as corn belt. If there is a specification of any crop, then there is a huge production, and this is found in the USA, which is called as a corn belt. Dairy farming. In the definition, we have seen that this is nothing but the combination of crop and rearing, or the animal husbandry. So dairy farming is also one important characteristics of this type. Dairy farming is practiced in Denmark, Netherlands, Switzerland, Australia, and New Zealand. So variety of cows and buffaloes are invented in the dairy farming, and that's why there is a huge production of the milk and dairy products. So these countries having the or practicing the mixed farming. That at the same time, market gardening is also one important characteristic. Town, metropolises, conurbations, and megalopolis are the areas where there is a market gardening. Market gardening in the sense, whenever and wherever there is a demand of any product, according to that demand, farmers are producing the crop or taking the yield. So that is called as market gardening. And most of the areas wherever there is a urbanized area, there is the practice of market gardening. So this is all about the mixed farming. So today we stop here. Thank you very much.